student, Bacher in Yeshiva, by divine providence, I find myself once early in the morning in a very scary situation. As I enter the local mikveh, I realize that one of the Rosh Yeshivas, one of our teachers, had fainted in the pool of water. I quickly pulled him out. Seeing that he's unconscious, I applied all the techniques that I had learned in first aid, but to no avail. Nothing worked. I started screaming or screeching for help. Reb Nissen, who was far away the other side of the building, heard me screaming and he came running. Reb Nissen, who was the mashpia, the elder mentor, the elder chassid of the yeshiva, he quickly assessed the situation and tells me, Sag dem Namen. The Baal Shem Tov sagt, say his name. The Baal Shem Tov says that by saying the person's name, this infuses the person with life. So I started saying, Reb Nachum. That was the name of this Rosh Yeshiva. And he says, heist Nachum ben Rachel. His name is Nachum, the son of Rachel. And I start saying, Reb Nachum ben Rachel. Nothing changing. When it says, heist nit Reb Nachum. His name is not Reb Nachum. Don't put any titles. His name is Nachum. That's his name. Friends, twice I said Nachum ben Rachel in his ear, and he opened his eyes. We all sighed a sigh of relief. We had Reb Nachum back after a long, close to 20 minutes of this ordeal. And then he smiled to me. Thank you. Names infuses life. The names represent the person. Yesterday we spoke about the fact that the name represents that every person is an individual, has his own individuality, his own character, and is not just a number. But I'd like to take it a little further today. As we just said, that the Baal Shem Tov says that the name infuses life. Kabbalah teaches us that the names of people, of events, of objects, the Hebrew letters, the Hebrew characters, are the channels by which God funnels life to the people, to the person, to the object, as well as to the event. The name characterizes, the name encapsulates the essence of the person. So let us look at what the parsha of this week. Shemos. Names. That's the name of this week's parsha. Now what is the content of this parsha? Exile. The harshness of exile. The pain of exile. The suffering of the Egyptian exile. So one would say that names represents suffering. Name represents exile. Yet, we are being told that the merit for the Jewish people to have been saved from exile was due to their names, meaning the fact that they didn't change their names. Sheleshinu Shemam. They didn't change their names. As the expression there is, Reuven v'Shimon Nachtin, Reuven v'Shimon Salkin. Reuven and Shimon entered into exile, and Reuven and Shimon exited exile. They didn't Egyptianize their names. They kept their traditional names that they had from Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, their Hebrew names. So the name was really the catalyst for their redemption. How does this fit with the fact that we see that the name is all about discussing exile? But the answer is exile and redemption and names have the same concept. Superficially, the name doesn't represent the essence of it. Many people have the same names, yet their characters is completely different from each other. Nevertheless, as we said, on a deeper level, the name is the source of every individual's life. So too is with the exile. Superficially, externally, exile is painful. Exile is suffering. Exile is darkness. But the purpose, the inner dimension of this exile is to come out from there with greater light, to come out from there with greater wealth, to come out from there with greater riches. Spiritually, we're talking about. The greatest quality of light is when it comes from darkness. That's what the Torah says with the word Shemois. It is for us to reveal the essence of the individual who carries that name. It is for us to reveal the redemption which is within exile. That's our task. So let's go do our job. Let's do our task and reveal the essence of this exile and bring about the imminent redemption with Mashiach now.